Hello, my name is Dr. Ruthie, or Dr. Ruth Newstifter, if you really want to try and pronounce my last name. I'm a professional sexuality educator, and you can find me online at exploringintimacy.com. But today I'm here thanks to the fantastic folks at Funwares who really believe in supporting sex education. They put their money where their mouth is. They make it possible for me to bring you these videos. So make sure you go over there, say thank you, and shop around a little bit while you're there. I am here answering your questions. You can send them to me at AskDrRuathie at funwares.com, or you can tweet them to me at DrRuthie, DrRuthie. And again, many thanks to Funwares. I got a fantastic question by email. It's really long, and I'm afraid that if I read the whole thing, it may identify the person who sent it. So I'm just going to sum it up for you as best I can. This comes from a lovely gentleman who is overseas, and we'll just say an English-speaking country. And that won't narrow it down enough to identify the person since there's a number of those out there. This gentleman, spent a long time telling me about his love of shoes, sexy shoes, high heel shoes, and, and wearing them, also rubbing them against himself, enjoying his girlfriends wearing them, and also that he tends to feel, a lot of guilt and kind of societal judgment that he's internalized a little bit about this. And what he wants to know really is there something wrong with him? Is he damaged? Is this a problem? Let's see, for some reason I have this nagging doubt about my shoe pleasures. Should I sell my shoe collection and exercise restraint? What do you think? He continues, I'm not homosexual, nor do I wish to change sex. I just have always been kinky and have a keen interest in creative sex and intimacy since puberty. But like I said, this shoe thing seems to be bugging me. I much appreciate some of your words of wisdom on the subject. Yeah. You also asked if I had done any other videos or anything on my blog around fetishes. Way back in the beginning of my blog, I actually had a whole interview series that was all typed up instead of on video, where I interviewed people about their fetishes and their partners and, just kind of their thoughts and their fetish and whatnot. So first of all, let's define what a fetish means. There's the psychological definition of fetish, like the official medical definition, and then we have kind of the commonplace use of the word fetish. So the official definition of fetish is long, and you can find it in the Diagnostic Manual by the APA, but it basically boils down to having an attraction to just a body part instead of the whole person, or an object that's not a body or body part. That's very sexual, and in fact you need to either have that present or be thinking about it in order to have arousal and have good sex and things like that. So that's kind of your, in a nutshell, definition officially of what a fetish is. From your letter, I'm not sure if that's true or not. It sounds like you definitely prefer to have the shoes there, but I'd have to talk to you in person, or you'd have to actually talk with a licensed mental health professional. If you really need an official diagnosis, they can tell you whether it is or not. There's other aspects to it though beyond that. There's also criteria about, does it violate community standards where you are? What other folks considered unusual? That may be the case, but that may be more their problem than your problem. What I would be worried about is whether that this is having a negative impact on your quality of life. And after reading your email, it sounds to me like it's the shame around the shoes that impacts your quality of life, not actually your love of the shoes. You didn't mention, missing work or losing income or, choosing shoes over relationships or things where I would say, I feel like this has gotten to the point where it's actually, your drive for this is making your life worse. It sounds like it's the shame or the self-doubt or the fear that there's something wrong with you that may be making your life worse, not actually your decisions around shoes. Now, in the more kind of public sphere, we use the word fetish just to talk about people who have something kinky that they like. So for the rest of this answer, I'm going to be using the word fetish in that common kind of layperson language, something kinky. And because you use that word, I feel comfortable using the word too, because you pioneered it for this question. So I kind of gave you a little bit of my answer already in talking about where I think the real issue is for you, assuming that this isn't impacting your quality of life in ways other than worrying that there's something wrong with you. I give you the thumbs up and my blessing. Go for it. It doesn't sound like you're getting these shoes through any bad means. You're purchasing them, you're having open communication with your partners who sometimes are interested in engaging in this with you. It doesn't sound like you're coercing them or being violent or anything weird like that. Those are the things we worry about. We don't worry about what you're attracted to. We worry about issues of consent, issues of your quality of life, issues of not, well, this kind of goes to consent, not doing anything that is coercive to the other person, right? And nothing that's harming your physical body in a way that you haven't really sat down, thought about the risks and considerations, and decided was okay and not causing you long-term damage. You know, for instance, if you wanted to get a tattoo that causes some damage to your body, but you can think about it, you can do about it you can do it safely with a place that, that uses good safe techniques, and then I wouldn't worry about long-term damage to your body that way. So you don't seem to be violating any of these things at all. So I think that you're fine. I read an interesting quote somewhere, and I wish I could remember who said it, but basically their word is that they feel like bisexuals are the only people who don't have a fetish. Everyone else has a fetish for what they find in somebody's pants. It has to be there or they can't like it. So in that kind of broad-minded definition sort of puts a different twist on it a little bit. I don't know if I agree with it, but it's interesting to think of it that way. To think of there's a fetish for genitals that people have, has to be this certain amount, or I can't get off, or this certain type, or whatever. So when we're talking about kink and we're talking about things we're attracted to, again, it's about your quality of life type stuff. What I would urge you to do is, you live in a country that likely has lots of other people who are interested in shoes just like you, and to really reach out and find those folks. Start online, find well-organized communities and gatherings of people who like this stuff, or people who like lots of different things, and your particular taste will be represented there as well. And find your people, find your tribe, find your folks, and feel normal and feel good about it, and surround yourself with positive energy about it. And, in addition, ask those folks for their recommendations for mental health professionals who will be supportive of what you enjoy and who understand that what we're looking at are quality of life issues, yours and the people around you, not what the specific is of what you're attracted to and what enhances your sex life. Because if you are feeling shame and you are really struggling with it, you throw away the shoes, you buy more of the shoes, things like that, coming to peace with it and feeling good about it would probably be what increases your quality of life, just from the sounds of your email. So that's my suggestion to you on where you put your focus, and some different things that I keep in mind when somebody writes to me about it. And, while I'm talking to you about shoes, I kind of hope to put this out there to everybody who have particular tastes and likes that they worry about. It's not really what that thing is so much about whether it's hurting you or hurting anyone else in your life. And if it's not, then finding your people and finding folks who support you and recognizing that that's just the potential to be a beautiful part of sexual diversity. I'm Dr. Ruthie. I hope that this helps you. Have fun, enjoy your shoes, enjoy your partners and your partner's shoes, and I will see you with the next video.